Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Every day, more law tips I provide. I'm touching on more and more every time. Legal needs, I'm putting you in the know. Call the firm 2-3 times in a row. Law's a funny thing for me to try to explain. Keep it real when you got to the legal game. Yeah, when you don't understand, we giving out tips no one else can. Law's got me looking so crazy right now. You laws got me so. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Markwell Cade with Cade Mark Law, your favorite neighborhood lawyers, back with another What Does That Mean Wednesday? And since we're in copyright land this week, what better What Does That Mean Wednesday than something in copyright land? Specifically, public domain. I have so many artists and creatives that come to me and get confused on what public domain is. And understandably so. It can be a little bit of a nuanced concept. So today's What Does That Mean Wednesday? Public domain. What does that mean? The term public domain refers to creative materials that are not protected by intellectual property laws. Laws like copyrights, trademarks, patents, trade secrets even. For the public domain, the public owns these works, not an individual author or artist. This means that anyone can use public domain work without obtaining permission, but no one can ever own what's in the public domain. One nuanced thing about public domain is that while the material within the public domain belongs to the public, collections of public domain works may be protected by copyright. If, for example, someone has collected public domain images in a book, on a website, or in a collection as a whole, that collection may be protectable even though the individual images within it are not, because they're a part of the public domain. This means that you're free to copy and use individual images because they're in the public domain, but copying and distributing the complete collection may infringe on what's called a collective works copyright. Collections of public domain material are protected if the person who used the collection to compile it are using creativity, originality, and fixation like we talked about in our elements of copyright. And usually a collection of works involves some unique selection process. For example, a poetry scholar composing a book of collected poetry may use poetry that's in the public domain, but that collection itself required originality, creativity, and fixation such that it's eligible for its own copyright. But we digress. There are 4 ways that a work can enter the public domain. The copyright is expired. The copyright owner failed to follow the copyright renewal rules. The copyright owner deliberately placed it in the public domain, also known as dedication. Or copyright law doesn't protect this kind of work such that the public can use it. When you're talking about public domain works, you're talking about works that have gone into one of these categories. And basically, they're owned by the public, which means you're free to use them without permission. And using them doesn't count as infringement. When you're doing a podcast or creating a video game or writing a novel or doing any type of other creative process, using public domain works could be a great way to elevate your own creation. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today for another What Does That Mean Wednesday? Public domain. What does that mean? Once again, I am Markwell Cade with Cade Mark Law, your favorite neighborhood lawyers. Protect your brand, grow your business. Stay frosty, my friends. We'll see you next time. We hope this was helpful.